G'day folks, Phil Picken back here again for another great outback adventure. Now today's adventure, we're going to head down to the south coast of New South Wales for a bit of prospecting, gold mining, down an old mining camp somewhere south of Nowra. We've got a pretty jam-packed trip ahead of us. We've had a distress call from a local farmer who's in need of assistance in a bit of farm work. Save the farmers, pound for gold. And who knows, we might throw in a bit of nature in the way. A few animal sightings. So we'll hit the road and we'll keep you updated. G'day folks, as you can see, this is most definitely not gold mining country. But I've had a bit of a distress call from a local farmer. He's a bit short-staffed at the moment, so he's asked if I could come along, give him a help around the farm, you know, feeding the horse, rounding up the cattle, milking the sheep. So that's what we're here to do. We thought we'd postpone the trip by an hour or two, come do a bit of farm work, help out one of the locals, and then we'll get on our way in search for the golden nugget. How am I supposed to help out with the farm work?
You don't need to. Take some corn back with you. I've got too much.
I'd love a husk.
I need someone to
payment.
I need someone to
Craig's
pick the
very
corn.
thankful for all my services here today, so he's offered to pay me. I don't want any cash. I'll take a couple of cobs of corn and...
I have real trouble picking my corn. I'm sure with your bulk, brain and dexterity you could pick it for me.
Sure I could. As you can see, this is local agriculture at its finest. Your fresh onions, your good sturdy corn, your herbs and spices, tomatoes, everything you need. So this is why I support the farmers markets, the best quality produce you can possibly get. Is it good to eat raw? Down from the top. That is golden. And these things, fresh to eat raw, straight out the ocean.
Rain's coming.
That is beautiful. That's a 10.
There's a big pile of it right up the back there behind.
Do you use it to fertilise your plants?
Yeah, I do. There's a rake there. You've got 60 hours of this to go, I think.
Just doing what I can to help out the local farmers in distress, you know. It's been all over Facebook, you know. You don't see any dollar milk getting around here. We're supporting Craig by not buying dollar milk. It's a strong sign of a healthy horse. It's all in the stool. Nothing but pure, processed compost grass. So pure, you could eat it.
CDP, Central Dump Point.
CDP, short for Central Dump Point.
On Facebook.
The harsh reality of the struggles the farmers are going through. Not only is Craig a man of the land, he also runs his own equine therapy service. Now mate, I'm not entirely sure what that is, so would you care to share a few words?
So, yeah, my wife and I, the lovely Sarah, the love of my life, she's my beating heart that keeps me going, and I'm the wind beneath her sail. She's had this idea years ago to set up a practice to assist people that need a bit of a help along. She loves horses, so we've combined that and thought it's equine therapy. We use horses to create challenging environments for people. They bond, they grow, and they mend.
Sounds like quite a beautiful service you put on here, mate, so I really appreciate you having us out here.
My pleasure.
Sharing a few words and allowing us to embrace this beautiful bit of land you have.
Let's go and check out some horses.
This is a Shetland.
Yeah. It's just a pony.
See, she's quite friendly. Loves a bit of attention. She's just a pony. Beautiful, placid creature. Just up in front of us, we have Jasper, the brown Brumby. As you can see, he's a rescue as well, and he's just starting to get his winter coat. So horses, they're pretty large. With an erect head, he probably stands at about 7 foot high. Now, just the thing with horse safety, there's probably nothing to worry about here because these are highly trained horses. But the thing with a horse is if you're going to approach it from the rear, you just give him a little, just let him know you're here, and then approach with caution when you stand behind. Because their one line of defense is the infamous mule kick. And they can pack at least 2,000 of Newton pressure per square inch. Deadly.
Thought what's going on there, were you, Shazzy?
Hey, Shazzy. Shazzy like the bottom of the car. just a quick fact about the Welsh Cob. They're working horses out of the mines, and they used to haul the big carriages full of coal, full of timber. Anything you can mine, you name it, it's there. G'day, mate.
Oh, come get your cooks.
Come over, go check the chooks.
Come on.
So now we are at the backbone of the farm. And what do we have? The chicken coop. We've got Snitty 2.0 and James Graham. Backbone, you're thinking. You got horses, you got sheep, you got pigs, you got produce. What are two chooks gonna do? Well, what's the most important meal of the day? Breakfast. And what's the most highly nutritionist, sustainable carbohydrates for breakfast? Nothing better than a few free-range poached eggs to keep you going. This is what I call liquid gold. That's how we do it out in the farmland. No need to peel, just straight off the tree. Spit out the seeds. And look at that. One of the brightest, juiciest mandarins I've ever seen. You won't get that at Woolies. No, you would find it at Carl's because we provide quality fresh produce.
Hey Phil, I want to really thank you for both myself, my wife and the horses for your assistance today. This will get us through this winter. Winter is coming and we need people like you on the land helping us out.
No dramas at all, mate, my pleasure. As I said, we've got to support the Aussie farmers. They're the backbone of this country. No to dollar milk, f*** Clive Palmer, and we're good to go.
Good to go.
So here we are, we've arrived at what seems to be promising prospecting country. So we'll park up the car, we'll go for a walk and try and find that riverbed we've been told about, and we'll have a little fossick to see what we can get. Now this is a frightening reality of what happens when you come out into the bush unprepared. Fucking look at all this shit, what are they clearing all this for? Fucking you wonder why the koalas are nearly fucking extinct. Take photos and leave only footprints. Just another vivid image of the chaos humans cause. Here we have our fucking brush-tail possum. What's left of it anyway. Poor thing, it's probably just chilling in its little tree. Some big corporation come through with their fucking bulldozer. Didn't stand a chance. A bull ant's nest. Highly deadly. Hiding that gold. Anxious. See how long I put my hand. We're off from that now, boys. Well, here we are. Somewhere in the south coast, we're out bush. And what we found is a nice dry riverbed, which is also a good sign. We've got a few connecting off streams, which is a really strong sign. So you get, when the rains come, the water will rush through and the gold will come with it. So I got my trusty pick, my noble sieve. I'm gonna go for a bit of a fossick and see what we can get. We seem to have stumbled upon a couple of fellow prospectors. Now they usually like to keep to themselves, don't like to share their spots, but these two seem pretty approachable. So we'll go up, we'll say g'day and see if we can get any tips and tricks. G'day gents, Phil Picken here, how are we? Bit of prospecting, eh?
What, mate?
Nice to meet you, mate.
Hey,
Phil.
mate. Hey, mate. How you going?
Good, mate, and you are?
Bill.
Phil. Just looking to do a bit of prospecting, mate, and see if you boys are...
Nothing here.
Nothing here, mate.
Good signs, mate, lots of quartz getting around.
Yeah, there's a bit of quartz. Take the camera off. Where have you been? What's your prospecting experience? What have you been doing?
You ever seen the movie The Nugget?
Mate, listen, I haven't. I don't give a fuck. You probably come all the way down the south coast today with your stupid looking pick that's taped up and your silly looking, not even a gold pen, it's a sieve, mate.
That's a fairly serious accusation you got
That's
there, mate.
a proper one, mate. We're down here at the south coast of New South Wales trying to have a bit of a dig. Me and my mate Ted over here.
Trying to have a bit of a dig.
Look at our pick. We've got a sieve, which is what you're not do that, mate. You're just putting shit on top of where I want to dig. Go away, mate. We're going to do a bit of crevicing, but with this spill, can you just slow down, mate? I've got a job for you. We'll get back in a minute, boys. We'll dig a few shovels and a few bucket loads out and we'll get back to you. Right,
What about our female audience?
that's what we want.
Awesome range, Johnny, mate. That's what we're after. This is very exciting. I was just fossicking a bit further up the creek, and I believe I've struck a bit of luck with a tiny bit of gold. So I'm going to pass it over to our leading prospector, Shane, and he'll let us know what he thinks.
Yeah, thank you very much, Phil. Phil's quite excited about this rock. I'll give you a little look. Now Phil's of the belief that there may be a small amount of gold in here, and I can see, there is a bonus for Phil, I can see some lovely sparkling in this piece of shale, laterite shale. We need to bust this open. There's the inner section of the rock. There's the second inner section of rock, and the jury comes back and says to a very, very disappointed Pix that what he's found is mica.
What the fuck is mica?
You know what's in here, Phil? You know what that's for? That's detergent. You know what it's for?
No, mate.
It's for the water when we pan the gold out. To give you a good example, it's like, you ever been fishing out and you've seen those little freshwater spiders walking across the
Yeah,
water?
mate, the ones that run across the water.
They are a cousin to the saltwater spider, Lepidoptera massedaris. Will do exactly the same as that spider. They'll sit on top of the water. When you're panning away, out over the edge of the pan you'll go and you'll be losing gold. Nobody wants to lose gold. 2 drops of detergent in that big blue tub, problem alleviated. You're doing whatever you're doing is right, you just haven't landed on the gold yet. And I can guarantee you down in there where we just dug, we will find shotgun pellets. They will have washed in there years ago and we will find them.
That's it, mate. So we've got to, because they probably don't know the gold's heavy.
Got the f***its out there that aren't doing it.
No, our viewers.
We haven't got any viewers, but look at all the mineralised, look at all the mineral pockets. See all the brown soil.
Full of mineral pockets, yeah.
All mineral pockets.
That was a good day today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Got 3 buckets full of dirt.
Now what we're going to do, we're done here for the day, so we're going to head back to camp and we're going to fossick through those buckets, a bit of panning, and see if we've got any nuggets.
So we thought we might camp at Bendalong tonight. Where are you boys?
Well mate, you're in luck. We're also pitched up at Bendalong.
Cherry ripe.
Cherry ripe. But if you lived in the city, you would understand how valuable and crucial they are day-to-day life.
Like a 2-way system, and I said, boat number 1, please hold your ground out of harbour while boat 4 enters the ocean. Number 5, are you trying to get out of the harbour? Yes. I said, okay, you're clear to leave the harbour, you can exit the harbour. Please hold your ground on the outer harbour. Boat number 9 is exiting, boat number 9 will exit the harbour, and the boss went, we haven't got 9 boats. And I said, oh fuck, boat number 6, we're sending help. Help's on its way.
That was the fucking biggest waste of time.
Oh, another one.
So we've arrived back here at camp. As you can see, Shane's getting ready to rip in. Shane, mate, would you care to tell us the process that's going on over here, mate?
Hey boys,
Girls.
fill our tub up with water, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a small amount of washing detergent in it to break the surface tension. We're going to pan these buckets of gold out. Buckets of dirt, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of gold. That's the plan. We're breaking up the clay, boys. Breaking up the clay.
Breaking up the clay, as you can see. We're just having a bit of fun in the bush while we wait. Right, folks, here we are back at the gold panning headquarters. So this is where we get all of our work done. We found some of our greatest finds in here. So all we need is a couple of buckets, an old fry pan, and a pan. So let's try our luck. Now what you've got to make sure is you've got to give it a good shake, because gold, as some of you may know, is a lot heavier than other minerals. There we go. Now in order to get rid of all this debris, and just use the ocean effect, in and out, in and out. Just until we're left with a simple teaspoon. Now here's what I like to do. I like to add a bit of fresh, just so I can see what I'm doing a bit better. Swirl it over. Hold on, I think I see some. Can you see? That looks like a speck of gold. This is where you've got to be careful so you don't lose anything. No way. We struck gold! And with that little beauty, I think it's time to strike the tarmac. Well folks, what a weekend. We got a lot done. Very positive result. So we really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride, and we'll catch you next time.
I'd like to thank our major sponsors, Coca-Cola, for supplying us with all of our tools and equipment for today's expedition. Coca-Cola have been a long time associate of ours, especially after last year when we had a former sponsor who told us that we weren't making enough videos, we weren't doing enough gold films, and it wasn't worth their time and money to invest in us. So on behalf of our little group of 4 gold prospectors, we'd like to tell Mountain Dew to fuck off.